Rachel. I'm here to do your collective messages for each zodiac sign. I'm sorry that I I started out yesterday pretty good doing signs, and then I said that was a little bit too much. So I decided that what I'm going to do is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday collective for each zodiac sign. I'll pull 3 cards for each sign for each day to get an overall feeling for each sign. Much like I did the Monday through Friday, but now we're going to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday for each zodiac sign. And again, I apologize for not getting all of those collective messages out yesterday, but I am still recovering from D-flap surgery. I had breast cancer 9 years ago. I've had multiple surgeries, and I hope this is the last one. I am feeling pretty good today. The swelling's gone down quite a bit. So grab your tea, coffee, water, whatever it is you like. And I'm going to pull cards for each zodiac sign for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Again, this will be a general message. Let's start off the reading by calling in spirit. Okay. So hopefully you meditated through that, opening up that third eye. Let's see what the cards have to say for each zodiac sign. We're going to start with Aries. And I will link the timestamps in the comment section. So let's see what your weekend is for this week, Aries, October 24th to the 26th. Messages for Aries, Friday, please. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. For Saturday, we have the Three of Wands in the reverse position. And for Sunday, for Aries, please. And we have the Lovers reversed. The overall energy for your weekend is the Knight of Wands, Aries. It feels like with the Knight of Wands being reversed, your overall energy is there could be a change of plans or some type of delay that was unforeseen that may happen over the weekend. We do have the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. This is also talking about some type of delay here or something within the domestic environment. So some type of home environment. There could be some type of delay or being on hold on Friday. You could be dealing with somebody that has some jealousy issues as well. On Saturday, we have the Three of Wands as for Saturday in the reverse position as well. It feels like you're having a hard time focusing on Saturday for whatever task that you're wanting to get done. You may also get some advice that may not be the best advice on Saturday, and there is a potential for you to make some mistakes on Saturday. On Sunday, we do have the Lovers card in the reverse position. It feels like you could have some conflict within a romantic relationship. On Sunday, there could be some type of conflict. You could even separate yourself from this person. There's some type of division that's going on between two of you. But there is some conflict that is going on. So that's the messages that I have for you, Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. Angels, guides, ancestors, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the sign of Taurus, please. For Friday, we have the Queen of Swords. Saturday, please, for Taurus. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position. For Sunday, for Taurus, please. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the Three of Wands in the upright position. So the overall energy for the weekend for you, Taurus, with the Three of Wands being upright, it feels like you could be waiting for something, kind of, you know, you put some work in and now you're awaiting something. So there could be, you're maybe awaiting to hear from somebody. You may be awaiting for something to accomplish or get the rewards from something. Something that you put some effort into and now you're awaiting the reward from it, okay? You could also be reflecting on the effort that you've made as well within whatever type of situation. On Friday, we have the Queen of Swords here in the upright position. With the Queen of Swords being upright, it feels like you may be feeling a little bit lonely on Friday, Taurus. You may be also feeling a little bit of anxiety, or although I'm not really seeing that she's very anxious, but this is generally a card of anxiety. There is something hidden here that is within this card. There is something hidden here that's kind of blocked from you. So keep that in mind here. But it seems like there's some type of sadness or reflecting on something that really caused you some sorrow on Friday. On Saturday, you have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position. You may have a lack of motivation, kind of like a lazy Saturday kind of feeling, Taurus. You just may have a lack of motivation to get anything done on Saturday. You're really probably tired from the week, perhaps going through this sadness or this anxiety that you may be going through or reflecting upon. And Saturday, you just really want to take a break. On Sunday, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse position. Be careful on Sunday, as you may be being a little bit, you may let go of money a little bit too easy on Sunday. So watch your spending on Sunday, Taurus, as you may mishandle your finances a bit or spending a little bit too much of your money. And it could be for selfish reasons. And that's what I'm feeling for you, Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Angels, guides, ancestors, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Gemini, please. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday. Friday for Gemini, please, Spirit. We have the Four of Wands, Saturday for Gemini. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And for Sunday for Gemini, please. And we have the Knight of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so the overall energy for the weekend, along with Taurus, Gemini, watch your spending this weekend. You may be getting a little bit, you may be being a little bit more free with your money spending for the weekend, the overall feeling with the Six of Pentacles. You may be mishandling your finances over the weekend, so make sure you know what your balances are, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. We have the for Friday, we have the Four of Wands, Gemini, in the upright position. This makes me feel like, you know, you're just feeling like pretty stable. You could be stable within a domestic situation, feeling happy that it's Friday. With the Four of Wands, you could be celebrating that it's Friday. But it seems like you're pretty stable on Friday. You seem to be pretty happy. If you are in a marriage, it seems like there is a stable domestic life that you're in. You could be spending time with your partner on Friday. On Saturday, we have the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like the wheel is turning in your favor here, Gemini. There is a unplanned happening or fate or destiny coming in for you on Saturday. Good fortune. There is destiny, fate, but the wheel is now turning in your favor here on Saturday, Gemini. On Sunday, we have the Knight of Swords in the upright position as well. With the Knight of Swords being upright for Sunday, you may be making a rash decision. You will be quick to respond, taking action on something on Sunday here, Gemini. So there could be something that happens that you're quick to respond to, and it's a good thing. So you maybe even be thought of as a hero. So there could be something that happens where you're quick to respond, and then for that reason, people and you are very happy. Let's move on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please, Spirit, for Cancer. For Friday for Cancer, please, Spirit. Friday for Cancer. Friday, we have the Moon card. For Saturday, okay. Six of Wands in the reverse position. And for Sunday, please. For Cancer. Boy, that Six of Pentacles wants to come out a lot. Okay, back of the deck, we do have the Ace of Wands for the overall feeling for the weekend for you, Cancer. So with the the Ace of Wands, there could be some type of new life, new beginnings. You could be using your creativity. Something good is about to begin for you this weekend, Cancer. Somebody could be also giving birth, so that might be an overall feeling. This could be a grandchild, a child, something like that is coming into the world with the Ace of Wands. But it is creativity, it's passionate, love, it's potential, it's good things that are about to happen for you, Cancer. On Friday, we have the Moon card in the reverse position. I feel like you could be avoiding reality at this time. You could have your head all up in the clouds here. You're feeling like strange forces at this time, so you may feel like Spirit is near you. I am also hearing that, Cancer, you may be feeling Spirit within your home or in your environment, and it's making you feel a little bit like delusional, like you're feeling like, did that just happen? For some of you on Friday, you may be dealing with something like that, like an entity or something that happens where you're like, did I just witness that? Okay, so feeling a little bit off kilter here. There could be strange forces. You could also be dealing with somebody that's lying to you on Friday. On Saturday, you have the Six of Wands in the reverse position. There could be some type of delay on Saturday for whatever it is that you're wanting to step out into the spotlight with. But there could be some type of delay here in getting something that you've really wished to come true, to be recognized, etc., etc. There could be some type of delay. And on Sunday, watch your spending as well, Cancer. You could be putting out money that you may not necessarily have. So watch your budget. Make sure you're looking at your accounts. You could be spending more than you actually have. Let's move on to Leo. I'm going to say it's not Black Friday this weekend, so I don't know what's going on. All right, Leo, let's see what your weekend looks like. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for Leo, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please. For Friday, for Leo, Spirit. We have the King of Wands. For Saturday, for Leo, please. We have the High Priestess in the reverse position. For Sunday, for Leo, please. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. Okay, so the overall feeling over the weekend, it feels like, you know, you may not be feeling the greatest over the weekend here, Leo. You may be dealing with a migraine with the Five of Swords. You could be having some internal conflict as well, dealing with something that's causing you mental anxiety or mental conflict. It could be giving you a migraine, but something has definitely got you up in your head. It seems like it's gnawing at you and you just can't stop thinking about it. So there is a lot of internal conflict that is going on, and you may be suffering from migraines this weekend, Leo, for your overall energy. We have the King of Wands here. I feel like this is your energy, as I can see the lion here. So we have the King of Wands, Leo, for Friday. This is generally a wise leader. This could be a married man, a loving partner, somebody that really takes their leadership role as a very important part of life. So I feel like for you, Leo, if this is not you, this feels like you are taking a leadership role in your life on Friday. So you're being very, you're stepping into your power on Friday. You may be being a loving parent and dealing with children on Friday and being a loving parent that way as well. We have the High Priestess for Saturday in the reverse position. I feel like you're not utilizing your intuition, and you are holding back your true feelings on Saturday, Leo, for whatever reason. So, yeah, it just feels like you're not listening to your intuition, and you're holding back your true feelings about something on Saturday. On Sunday, you could be collaborating with others to create something that you've wanted to create. You could be using your artistic ability and collaborating with others, utilizing their artistic abilities to create something together. You could be in some type of creative environment on Sunday. Let's move on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please, Spirit. Virgo for Friday. Oh my goodness, that Six of Pentacles keeps coming out for almost every sign. People are spending their money. For Saturday, please, Spirit. We have the Eight of Wands. For Sunday, please. And we have the Queen of Swords. Back of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, you could be feeling the overall energy over the weekend for you, Virgo, is feeling a little bit trapped within yourself. It feels like with the Eight of Swords, you may not like your own body. You may not like you feel like your true nature is trapped within yourself is what I'm feeling here. So I'm hearing from Spirit that, you know, the overall feeling for the weekend is like, I want to be this person, but I can't be this person because I feel trapped within myself. In other words, it could be that you want to lose weight. There could be some body dysmorphia is what I'm hearing overall for you, Virgo, but you're feeling trapped within yourself. You could be also trapped within a situation that you don't want to be in as well, with the Eight of Swords being upright. Feeling like there's some type of outside force that is keeping you restricted. So on Friday, for you, Virgo, watch your spending, as you may be spending a little bit too much money, not paying attention to your accounts, mishandling your finances in some way on Friday. On Saturday, we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. The Eight of Wands is telling me that you may be dealing with some type of domestic situation. There could be also where you're dealing with somebody with jealousy issues on Saturday. On Sunday, we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. With the Queen of Swords being reversed, you could be dealing with somebody with a bad temper. Perhaps this person that you were dealing with within the domestic situation. So you could be dealing with somebody that could be cruel, deceitful, or bad-tempered with the Queen of Swords on Sunday. Overall, Virgo, it seems like you're dealing with some type of bondage or restriction, and it could be within a relationship or some type of domestic situation. And it could be related to the money that you are perhaps losing if you leave this situation, is what I'm picking up. Let's move on to Libra. Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Libra, please, Spirit. Friday for Libra. Friday for Libra, please, Spirit. Friday for Libra. I believe we're Libra moon right now. We have the Ace of Wands. Some type of new beginning or birth of something on Friday. For Saturday, for Libra, we have the Judgment card. For Sunday, for Libra, please. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The back of the deck, we have that Six of Pentacles. Can you believe this? I've been pulling this like every situation. There is something going on within the collective for all signs where we really need to watch our spending right now. We may be spending a little bit too much and not paying attention to our finances. That's the overall feeling for you, Libra, for the weekend is watch your spending. You may be mishandling your finances over the weekend. On Friday, we do have the Ace of Wands. This is all about new birth, new beginnings, creativity. So something new could be coming into your life or some type of new action or new creative something or another that you may be wanting to get off the ground here. But this is also new life, birth. You could be dealing with somebody that's giving birth. You could be giving birth, Libra. Something like that, but some new idea, new life, new creative endeavor, something like that. On Saturday, we have the Judgment card, which is a major arcana. This is all about awakening. It feels like a spiritual awakening where you're connected to the divine on Saturday here. There could be, with the Judgment card, deciding to make a decision one way or the other. The judgment call, in other words. It feels like whatever you're doing, you are divinely guided to do. And you need to utilize your intuition in order to connect to spirit, get through this awakening that you're having to make the right decision. We have the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse position for Sunday. It feels like you could be dealing, perhaps because you've been dealing with spending too much money or mishandling your finances, you may be relying on others to help you with money on Sunday. You could be dependent on somebody else because of perhaps you've mishandled your finances. So you could be asking somebody for somebody's help on Sunday with your finances because you've mishandled them through the weekend. Let's move on to Scorpio. I wonder if that Six of Pentacles is going to come out. And it keeps coming out reversed. It's amazing. No more Six of Pentacles. Seems like an overall collective energy. Okay, Scorpio. Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Scorpio. For Friday for Scorpio, please, Spirit. Friday for Scorpio. We have the Six of Swords. For Saturday, please, Spirit, for Scorpio. We've got two. We've got the Temperance and the Strength card, two major arcana. For Sunday, for Scorpio, please. And we have the Seven of Swords. Back of the deck, the overall energy, we have the Three of Cups. So for the weekend here, Scorpio, the overall energy is the Three of Cups. This makes me feel like you could be getting together with friends, loved ones, having a celebration of sorts. You may be coming up with a solution to a problem, perhaps after conflict. That's the overall feeling for you for the weekend here, Scorpio. For Friday, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse position. With the Six of Swords being reversed on Friday, you may have maybe feeling trapped within a turbulent situation or a situation of conflict. You may be feeling like you're unable to break free or move on to calmer waters. You may be feeling a little bit stuck on Friday. This could be a job situation for some of you, feeling stuck within a job. On Saturday, we have the Temperance and the Strength card, two major arcana that came out for you for Saturday. With the Temperance being reversed first, you could be dealing with some type of conflict. And with Strength being reversed, you may not feel like you're strong enough to get through some type of conflict. It feels like an inner conflict for me. What Spirit is saying to me, it feels like an inner conflict where you're not feeling strong enough to get through. There's something going on for you on Saturday where you're having some type of inner conflict. And it feels like you just want to surrender to the universe. This feels like depression to me, Scorpio. Perhaps because you feel like you can't break free from something here on Friday. On Sunday, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. It feels like a heavy reading to me, Scorpio, for your weekend. But the overall energy is like coming together after conflict, like celebrating after conflict. And it feels like a conflict within. It seems like the divine is saying to you, Scorpio, that you need to get through this situation in order to find your merriment or your celebration here. And it feels like this is an internal conflict that you're having. And you may be dealing with it over the weekend here. We do have the Seven of Swords here for Sunday in the reverse position. You may be getting some strong advice from somebody on how to get out of this situation, how to get out of this mental conflict that you're in. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. For Friday, for Sagittarius, please. We have the Star in the reverse position for Saturday, please, for Sagittarius. We have the Eight of Cups for Sunday for Sagittarius, please. We have the Lovers card. Back of the deck, overall energy is the Moon card in the reverse position. So with the Moon card being reversed for your overall feeling for the weekend here, Sagittarius, you may be having some delusional thoughts. You may not be really thinking about the reality of a situation. You may be also thinking about things that not everyone thinks about. And that's not a bad thing. We are in the age of Aquarius, or the dawn of Aquarius, and it's all about awakening. So you could be thinking about things that not everybody thinks about. You could also be lying to yourself too. So that's that reversed moon energy here. For Friday, you have the Star card, Major Arcana, in the reverse position. You could be doubting your ability to get something, to create something, or a wish fulfillment that you might have. You're doubting yourself, and you're doubting yourself that you can have whatever wish that you're wanting. On Saturday, it feels like you're walking away from some type of situation. It could be because it's a cup. You could be walking away from a romantic relationship or a love relationship with the Eight of Cups being in the upright position. Or this could just be a change of plans, or looking at things in a different way. For some of you, Sagittarius, it feels like you were wanting some type of wish fulfillment with somebody and it didn't happen on Friday. On Saturday, you decide to walk away from that situation. And then Sunday, there's a coming together with the Lovers. Now, it could be the same person, or it could be a new relationship with the Lovers in the upright position. So perhaps your wish fulfillment, perhaps you wanted a proposal, or you wanted this to be more of a committed relationship. You don't think that that's possible. So you're thinking that maybe you need to walk away from the situation. But then on Sunday, there's an embrace here. So perhaps, this was why you were all up in your head to start off with, you're lying to yourself about what the situation is. And what I'm seeing overall here is that because things are not moving as quickly as you would like them to move, you may be thinking that you're not going to get your wish fulfillment, so maybe you need to walk away from the situation. But then on Sunday, I definitely see a coming together with somebody in a romantic way. Let's move on to Capricorn. Angels, guides, ancestors, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Capricorn, please. Okay, well, we're just going to take all three. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The back of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. The overall energy with the Eight of Cups being reversed, it makes me feel like, you know, you may be taking a risk. You may be seeing something through. You may be coming towards something. You're not going to walk away from a situation. You're going to walk towards it. You're going to take a risk of some sort over the weekend here, Capricorn. On Friday, you may be feeling a little bit bored. Bored with life, bored with love, bored with everything. Feeling very stagnant. You may be staying home. You may be just keeping to yourself. There could be an offer for somebody that is offering you a cup here, but it's like you're not even looking at it. It's like you're not, nothing is sparking interest for you at this time on Friday. On Saturday, we have the Two of Wands in the reverse position. It feels like you're off balance on Saturday for whatever reason. You may be unable to think creatively. Your attention is divided. So you may be wanting to do a task, but then, you know, you can't keep your attention focused on one thing. So you could be divided. This could also be some type of separation or dysfunction within a relationship as well. Whether it be friends, a love relationship, or whatever. I'm definitely seeing that on Saturday. On Sunday, we have the Eight of Swords. I feel like you're breaking free. You're no longer bound. You're seeing that, you know, whatever has been holding you back from, you know, moving on with life, you're realizing it on Sunday, and you're breaking free from the chains that bind you mentally. Okay. You are seeing that you are not bound. That's only an illusion that you're seeing here. You're not bound by what it is that you think that you're bound to. You do not have to divide your attention in two different areas. In other words, you don't have to be bored and so it feels like on Sunday you're really seeing the reality of the situation. I definitely see the overall energy as you're walking towards something that you want. Let's move on to Aquarius. Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Aquarius, please, Spirit. Friday for Aquarius. We have the Star card. Saturday, we have the Judgment in reverse. And Sunday for Aquarius, please. Okay. And we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. Back of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. The overall energy with the Two of Swords being reversed, it feels like you may be feeling unbalanced over the weekend for whatever reason, like mentally unbalanced. Perhaps you're needing a break with the Two of Swords being reversed. You're just dealing with a lot. The overall energy is like you just feel unbalanced mentally. On Friday, there is a wish fulfillment that's coming in for you, Aquarius. So whatever that you're wanting is going to come to fruition on Friday. So expect some type of wish fulfillment on Friday with the Star card. On Saturday, the Judgment card, it feels like you're not listening to divine. You are not connected. There is a sleepiness to you at this time with the Judgment being reversed. You are not divinely connected for whatever reason on Saturday with the Judgment being reversed. You may be feeling worry. There could be some type of delay of some sort, but you are fully in it. You're not in that awakened place where you know that whatever you think is what you manifest. You're not thinking that way at all on Saturday. It's almost like you've had a wish fulfillment come in. You've manifested something on Friday, and then you turn right back around, and there's some type of fear, worry, guilty feelings, something like that that's going on here that's keeping you where you're not connected to the divine and you're not awake in that presence. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position for Sunday. This feels like there is kind of like a sadness within you on Sunday, Aquarius. You may be doing okay financially, but no matter, and maybe that was the wish fulfillment that you've made money, that money came in for you, but it really, money doesn't bring you happiness is what I'm feeling here. Which is leaving you mentally unbalanced here. So I feel a sadness here, and perhaps that's what you were wanting, is you were wanting to have money come in. Perhaps you manifested that, and now you're not thanking the divine. You're disconnected from the divine. And there's a sadness, even though whatever it is that you manifested has come to fruition. Something has you off balance here. Let's move on to Pisces for the last sign. For Pisces, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please, Spirit. Pisces for Friday. Okay. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse position. For Saturday for Pisces, please. We have the Two of Cups. Sunday for Pisces. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. So your overall energy, Pisces, looks pretty good for the weekend with the King of Pentacles here. It seems like you're pretty proficient in your financial matters. You're doing pretty good financially. You are very savvy when it comes to business. You could be a wise investor with your money as well overall. For Friday, it feels like there was some type of loss, separation, breakup. It feels like this has already happened for you, Pisces, on Friday, and you may be feeling a little bit of that sorrow from that breakup with the Three of Swords here being reversed. It feels like this has already happened, but you may be a little bit sad about what has gone on. There could be a lot of emotion that happens. It's almost like purging, what it feels like. It's like this separation, divorce, breakup, whatever it is, has already happened, but it's like you're like catching up now. There could be a lot of sorrow that goes on and when you're thinking about what had happened. Now on Saturday, I do see a coming together of two people here. This could be new love, new romance. Saturday, the coming together of two people here. It doesn't necessarily have to be love, but very harmonious coming together in some type of a relationship. It could be just a friendship as well, but it's making you feel a lot better on Saturday. On Sunday, we've got the Five of Pentacles here. So even though the overall energy feels like you're a very good, wise investor, you do well with your finances, there could be some type of loss. So keep that in mind when it comes to Sunday. So be very careful here. It seems like though the key is right here to the pentacles here, you just need to look up. That the key is right here in order to obtain more of this money. So you may be feeling like you don't have enough, but it's right here. If you just go through the door, it's right there for you. So you will not be in this energy forever. I feel like overall you are the King of Pentacles here, Pisces, and overall it feels like you are a wise investor. You have good business sense. You're very savvy when it comes to business. But on Sunday, there could be some type of worry about finances, but you have the key in order to make things better. And it feels like because you're a wise person when it comes to money or materialistic gain. But yeah, Friday, Pisces, it looks like you could be feeling the feels after a breakup, separation, divorce, whatever. On Saturday, there's a coming together of two people. This could be romantic, this could be friendship, etc., but it's a coming together. And then Sunday, you may be a little bit worried about your finances, but what you don't see is the keys right there in order. You have the key in order to make things better financially. So those are the messages that I have for you, collective, for all signs, for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do like these readings, please give me a thumbs up. That way I'll keep doing these type of readings. And I will see you next time. Namaste.